Okay, good morning. Happy Tuesday. I am awake today and I am woke and I am ready to share all the energy and all the vibes for you this week. I have been so sleepy. I've been staying up like watching all the TV shows and like movies and stuff and just doing all types of things. And so I'm like I gotta go to sleep. I have got to get some rest and I have got to make sure that I'm giving you all the energy this week, especially for people who are on break or those who are like doing last minute things and all of this good stuff. So yeah, and I was just doing a take and then I was like, I have to try it again because I'm like, hold on, is the story I'm talking about this woman? And so yes, hopefully today's message is gonna like for real feed you because I was having, different messages, different things I wanted to talk about in mind. But I woke up this morning and again, I got me some good rest yesterday. And I was just like, I'm going to wake up, do me some stretching in the shower, and just take some time with God, do my prayer, and just take a moment, to see what He wants me to do today. And I opened up the word and it was a good one. It was a good one today. And so I was just doing a take and kind of talking about it. And I was like, hold on, is this the woman that he said is going to be remembered every time, the story is told? And I had to check and I was like, it is. And so today, like seriously, today's story or message, I hope like gives you life for real because it did it for me. And so yeah, today's message is coming from the book of Luke, and that's like one of my favorites. Like he's one of my favorite what you call it gospels to read because he's just so skilled, so detailed, like with everything that he talks about. And over the years I've learned to like gravitate to all of them for different reasons. Each gospel is all sharing the same story, but from their own perspectives. And so you're getting more information or less information, depending on what the, situation was and how much they wanted to provide. But when I read Luke, he's just so detailed. Like, I love that. And so, as I was reading today in Luke, it was talking about the woman who was a sinner. For people who don't read the Bible, I really encourage you to go read it because it was basically talking about this woman that other people were perceiving to be just this horrible person, what have you, because of things that they did and all of that. And Jesus pretty much, came on the scene with this lady and she was just washing his feet, using the perfumes and stuff like that. And, people was coming at her saying like, why are you using this? Like that's a whole, whatever allowance, or talking about how much it costs and stuff, and why is Jesus with the sinner and all that, like pretty much just trying to find some reason as to why it was wrong and why she was wrong and Jesus was wrong. And yeah, you keep reading, and when you get towards the end of it, again, I encourage you to go read it for yourself, right? And anytime that someone is talking about the Bible or talking about Jesus, talking about God, you go and you check it for yourself. Know for yourself. It feeds you for one, and it's good for you for two. But it's like know for yourself because it's such an encouragement. It's such a sense of faith. It's such a a peace and a trust that you can't get from anywhere else. So I'm encouraging you to go read it. I believe it's Luke 7, and it's talking about the woman who was a sinner. But pretty much you get towards the end of the story and it pretty much puts it out there that Jesus forgave that person, right? Like he was letting her do all these things and he was in her presence and all of that because he had already forgiven her. And at the very end, the thing that really caught me this morning, I already knew it, but it does something to you when you read it and you really take it in. He said, those who are forgiven little love little. Like take that in. Like for real, I'm serious. Take that in. Those who are forgiven little love little. And when I was really reflecting on it, we always hear about those who hurt people hurt other people, or those who feel some type of way, like if they don't know love they can't love, right? And that part right, that for real, I'm serious, that part for me today, especially with everyone kind of being in this holiday season, whether you celebrate anything or not. It's just the fact that society has this already put out there, established, what you call it, expectation that this is the holiday season and that you should be around family, or you should be around friends or people that you perceive to be family, or those who are close to you, and enjoying that time. And that's fine, but I also want to put it out there for real, for families, and just for friends, and for individuals that, basically all of us, right? We have different relationships and different interactions and stuff that we have with people. Keep that in mind, okay? As we are getting ready to, go through the holiday season, and we're already in it. Keep that in mind as we're ending off this year and getting ready to start a new year. Keep this in mind, right? When you forming all your New Year's resolutions and things that you're working on, keep this in mind that Jesus himself is putting it out there and saying it. Those who are forgiven little, love little. So when we see this, right? When we experience this within our relationships or out in the world, in society, where you see people treating somebody some type of way, or you feel like an argument is just that important, or it's, or I'm serious, like a bickering and a fighting or holding grudges and things like that against people, basically just, being cruel to one another. Keep this in mind, that this is what he's saying. Like those who are forgiven little, love little. So sometimes when we see that stuff happening, or even when we experience it ourselves, right? It's those moments to for real think about Jesus and think about the fact that he's telling you sometimes, right? And first of all the time, love conquers all the time. Right? Like, first of all, love conquers all, but it's just letting you know how powerful, right? He's giving you another example of how powerful it actually is. The fact that he's saying, just from a person not being forgiven, just from a person not being loved, that is why they can't love, or that's why they don't love as much, right? So as he's sitting here with this woman, okay, while Jesus himself is sitting here with this woman who is perceived to be a sinner by others, everyone around them, saying this is what this person did, this is who they are, and all that. And Jesus himself is coming and saying, do you see what this person is doing for me? Do you see, you know what I'm saying? Do you see what's happening right now? A person who's forgiven little, loves little, but because of all the love that she has in her, look at what she's doing. Right? And so I'm serious. As we're going through this week and you all are spending time with friends and family, or, people that are close to you, or it could be co-workers, whatever, neighbors, doing whatever you do, whether you're celebrating or not, right? I want you to for real think about that for yourself. We make an impact on those around us. So just because it may be somebody who doesn't know how to love, or someone who feels, unloved, that doesn't mean that they don't deserve it, right? Right? And so this woman, once again, that everyone around was saying, like, this is a sinner. What is Jesus doing with her? Okay, like, this, do he know what she did? Like, what? And she using this perfume. How much money is that? She could be using that towards this and this, trying to find everything wrong. Right? And this woman, she don't care about nothing. She up here like, Jesus has forgiven me, like, right? Jesus has shown me such a great love. I can't do nothing but love him. You get what I'm saying? And then he had to let it be known, the very thing that you are putting down, the very thing that you think is wrong, is right. Love conquers all, every single time. It never fails. Right? And so I really want all of us to be reflecting on that. I want us all to be thinking about that. I'm serious. People don't think about it. We always in our own thoughts, right? We're always thinking about our own situations and our own relationships, like we're the only ones going through stuff. And it's like, no, all around the world, you have some people that are not talking to people. You have, I'm serious, like, and not in that way, but I mean, seriously, like, you have some people that they're arguing over silly things that don't matter. You have some, I'm serious, like, we think it's so important, but really, what's most important, that love part, we're missing. Right? We have some people that haven't, spoken in years because they're holding grudges. We have some people that just don't like decisions that other people are making in their lives, so they treat them some type of way. We have some people that, talking behind people back, like all types of things going on in all types of relationships. And I'm here to put it out there for today. Like, that's what I woke up with. Okay, look, I had other topics and things in mind to talk about, but today that's what I woke up to. And so I'm like, oh, I'm putting that out there, Jesus. Like, we talking about that today, where it's just like, sometimes, like, didn't he say he'll do it? He'll take the shameful things of the world, the little things of the world, and then show you, right? Teach us something and let us know what it really is. And that part, so the moments when we want to sit and judge one another, or moments where we want to put others down, or moments where we want to, basically mistreat someone or exclude someone, or, any of those things, I want us to seriously be thinking about that. Think about Luke. I think it's Luke 7, if I'm not mistaken, but I always go back and check. But I'm pretty sure in Luke, it talks about this woman, and Luke didn't say it, but I think it's another person in the Bible, in the Gospels, that said, like, everywhere this gospel is told, like, she's gonna be remembered for doing this. You know what I'm saying? And then put it at the end to let it be known, those who are forgiven much. It's not saying those who not forgiven much, but those who are forgiven little love little. It ain't saying those who forgive, little, they love little. It's like, nah, he's saying those who are forgiven little love little. And if we are seriously about this life, right? Because God is love. If we're seriously about this life, then we need to be carrying those same actions through, right? Jesus, although everyone around him and everyone around that lady was saying that, Jesus stepped in and said, what have you, like, and everything is forgiven. Your faith has saved you. You get what I'm saying? Like, powerful stuff. It's some real powerful stuff when you read in the Bible. But, I just continuously hear it because we're in the holiday season. That's, again, it's man-made, but still, even though it's man-made, it's about people, and it's about relationships and things like that. That's what we, society is always putting out there. Oh, you're spending time with family, spending time with loved ones, spending time with it. It's like, yeah, and remember, right, love is the most important thing. Love conquers all. Love, it carries through all the laws, like all of that. So remember that as you're getting together with family. Remember that as you're getting together with friends and co-workers and neighbors and all that good stuff. Remember that when you're having those conversations, because we all know that happens, right? Remember that when you having those conversations, and remember that when you going about the rest of your days, right? As we're ending up the year and as we're getting ready to start a new year, you want people to love, you want people to treat one another kindly, and all this good stuff, but it starts with us, right? And again, get what he's saying, those who are forgiven little love little. So those moments when we watching stuff on TV and we go, like, why they do it? Seriously, like, just like they was doing to that woman, sitting up there going like, oh, what, she is a sinner. Did you see that the woman, and I've been down that route too, right? Most believers out there, you already know, like, persecution will come your way, and that is a test to let you know, where does your faith lie. But I'm just saying, let it be a lesson. If that is you and you've experienced that, let it be a lesson for others to learn. Like, for real, when you seeing that type of stuff happen, it takes a real person of faith. It takes a real person of love. It takes a real person of God to forgive people when stuff has been wrong, right? It takes a real person to show love even though it's not deserved, because didn't he do that for us? Didn't he do that for us? So remember that as you all are opening gifts or passing out gifts and doing all of these things that they say is so important for the holidays, sitting and eating and, like all these things, like make sure you keep that in mind too, that's super important. And yeah, instead of talking about people because they don't know how to love or because they may not have experienced it, you be the one to show them what that looks like. Just like Jesus did for us and just like Jesus did for that woman, right? All right, that is all I have for you today. And yes, I will keep it coming for the rest of the week. Look forward to it because I still got stuff I have in mind. But today I was like, like, as I was doing my stretching, I was like, hold on, God done opened up, my word or something else. And so this is what I'm sharing for the day because that's real out here. Like love ain't no joke, and love is the most powerful thing that you can have. God is love. That's the most powerful thing you can have. And if you don't know how to do it, there's nothing wrong with that. God will show up and show you what it looks like. He sure will. He will send people. He will do stuff himself. He'll do all types of things and let you know what it is. Okay? And that woman, forgiven. He told her, you saved because of your faith. Right? And look at all the stuff she was doing for him. He's like, look at the love that she's shown for me. That shows you how much she has been forgiven. How much you love lets you know how much you have been forgiven, right? And for people who out here that you see that type of stuff where they mistreating people or they basically just not treating people right, or you can see how they interact with others and stuff like that it ain't good. It's like, yeah, and now you know what they need. Okay, look, now you know what they need. So sometimes, we can be in situations where it's just like, I just want to knock this person's head off, like, shut up, all types of things, like negative stuff you want to do. And then for real, if, whatever flows from us comes from the heart. So if it's real, right, if you for real got love and you ain't gonna want to do nothing but show them love. It sounds crazy. Didn't I say it yesterday? To the world, this stuff will seem improbable, right? Like, how is that even happening? What, how are they turning the other cheek? How are they able to, like, overlook their faults? Like, how are they able to, like, not, say anything, do anything towards them? It's like, because like the greatest thing you can do is show love, especially when people doing stuff like that, just to let them know you are loved, right? Like you are loved. You don't have to be out here doing that type of stuff. You don't have to feel this way because you are already loved. Jesus showed us that from the get-go. And if not, let me be a representation for you. Let me be a light for you to let you know, right? You treat me all kind of ways, and I'm still gonna love you, like, right? Because that's who I am. That's what's in me, right? And we see that, right? A shining example from Jesus letting us know, right? Like those who are forgiven little, they love little. But man, those who are for real forgiven, okay? And you get it and you understand the love that will shine from you, right? And it's all of us, right? I know some people sitting up there going, yeah, because this and that, and recounting wrongs and stuff and things that people done did in their life. And it's like, no, it's beyond that. It's the fact that Jesus came and died for every single one of our sins before we even did them. There is no greater love. So you don't have no reason to not be out here showing that love to everybody else. Not just who you choose, and not just who you like, and not just who's a part of your crew, and not just who's your family or your friend, but no, on everyone, right? That's why it says that love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? Like, you're going to find out. For all of us, it's like, you're going to find out. The more love you see, that's going to let you know those who understand what love is, right? And those who don't love as much, those are the ones that instead of sitting saying they ain't got no love, right? Those are the ones you need to be hurrying up and trying to love, right? I'm serious. Just like Jesus did. So yes, and won't he make sure he tell the truth in the word, and won't his word be fulfilled, never coming back to him void? Said that woman will be remembered every time the story is told what I'm doing today. Okay, so that is all I got for you today. I hope that it's helpful for you. I hope that you for real take it with you and that it's something that's going to be helpful and for real something that you're thinking about. I mean that when you all everybody want to talk about the holidays and stuff, but it's like, yeah, stuff that you need to be doing every single day and stuff that, okay, you around people and sharing with those you care about and stuff like that. Make sure you're doing it for those you don't know, those that you don't like. Right? Like, make sure you're doing that. And when you're having conversations, make sure you're sharing some loving things. Make sure you're showing who you truly are from Jesus, right? Like, from him doing it for you. Make sure it's shining through to others around you from you yourself, right? And so I'm going to leave it at that for today because you all know I keep talking. But I shall talk to you all soon, later in the week. And I hope that you all are staying safe and that you all are just being filled with love and light and being able to let that pour out to those around you, right? All right. So I shall talk to you all at another time or at a later date, later time. Oh, and I wanted to make sure I corrected myself too. For the last video yesterday, it was not the old wineskins and new wineskins, new wine and old wineskins, right? So keep thinking about that, taking off your old self and putting on your new self, because every time we're renewing our mind, like today we're learning about those who are forgiven little, love little. It's the same thing. Keep renewing your mind. Keep, filling yourself up with more of God's love and his direction so that you can be a blessing for someone else, right? All right, that's all I got. I shall see you all another time. Bye.